Yeah, I mean, I thought that at the end of the day, we lost the game, from a defensive perspective, because for the first, 2.5 quarters, we didn't rebound at all. And then ultimately they made big shots, so there were no rebounds to be had towards the end of the game. We've got to do a better job on the glass right out of the gate. It's all we've been talking about for a few days, but it's, when those guys hit you and they're big, we got to do a better job of going and getting balls.
Coach, just to touch on that rebounding a little bit more, is that just positional or is it effort? Like, what did you see as to why they had so much success in that area of the game?
First of all, they've been great against us all year. I think you look out there, there's size, so you got to hit them early and don't let them get into the paint on their cuts when they're cutting to the basket to get a rebound. Your contact has to be, you have to make hard initial contact on blockouts. You can't just turn and look or get pushed under. Because they're going to get the ball. They're bigger than we are, so we have to hit first. And so I'll go back and look at it and chart it all, but that'll be a big deal moving forward.
It's Ian Thompson with NBA.com. Brad, how did the whole tragedy of Isaiah's sister affect your team tonight? And if it didn't have an effect, what does that say about your team that they were also able to overcome it?
First of all, credit where credit is due to the Bulls. And, yeah, I mean, it's really hard circumstances for those guys, specifically Isaiah.
So are you proud of the effort?
Yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, I listen, the perspective of it all, hit you in a hard way, and I was, and not only proud of the effort, but the way they supported him, and again, I couldn't help but be inspired by his play.
Brad, Gary Washburn, Boston Globe. The lineup at the beginning of the second quarter struggled again. They went on a 10-0 run, and it seemed that they got control of the game. What can you do about the lineups when Isaiah's not in the game? How do you manage this team and the bench to get offense when you got to rest Isaiah?
We got to do a better job. We were a little bit better in the fourth quarter, at the start of the fourth and the end of the third, but yeah, I mean, we still had a lot of guys that we lean on to score in there at those moments. So we just got to generate good looks and knock them in. I think that's ultimately going to be the name of the game, but we got to be great in those 8 to 10 minutes that he doesn't play.
Brad, Chris Mannix, The Vertical. Obviously, Isaiah's got a lot on his plate the next couple of days. How do you approach that? Is it just
whatever he needs to do, he needs to do, and we'll help him in any way. If he needs to and wants to stay here, then we'll be here surrounding him. And if he wants to go to Seattle, then he should go to Seattle. It's his call, and it should be.
So you don't have any clarity yet on what he's going to do, though?
No, I told him that it's got to be like, I'm not going to ask him or, make him make those decisions. Those got to come on his own time. And and then we'll adjust accordingly.
Brad, Joseph Pavone from WEI.com, Causeway Street blog. How did you feel about Jay Crowder? He sort of struggled offensively at first, but then he was making cuts to the baskets, converting layups, and then he made those two back-to-back three-point attempts. How did you feel about those attempts?
I mean, everybody's gonna have their ups and downs shooting the ball. I thought Jay got us going in that third quarter with his cuts. You said it. He made a couple of those threes late, and I thought he was really active on the defensive glass in the third and fourth quarter. Like, I thought he was doing a great job of pursuing the ball, doing a great job of getting a body on somebody. Some of the balls he tipped out, he didn't get, somebody else got. I mean, that's the way it's got to be for us. But I thought that, I don't have any doubt Jay will make shots. Jay's had a great year making shots, and he deserves that.
you guys had Butler, or Jared Weiss seal on this radio. You guys had Butler contained until like the last minute of the third quarter. We had that 10-point run. You guys were getting over screens physically, and they seemed to be really working well. But what were they able to do, especially with the interaction between Butler and Lopez, where they run those off-ball screens?
I mean, they'll set it for Jimmy off the ball. They'll set it on the pick and roll. They'll set it with their ones. They'll have him set it for the one. They just put him in a variety of different positions that puts you in a tough spot to maintain your matchup. And then he got going making some tough contested shots. That's one of the things about it, and it's one of the reasons why you can't, not rebound for a full game, because he's gonna get on a roll at some point. Now, hopefully you can break that rhythm and make it as tough as possible, but he's not gonna miss shots all game. So he got in that rhythm, and that really hurt us.
Brad, Gary Watson, Boston Globe. All year the theme had been playoff success. We got to win a playoff series. We've got to do this. Then to get hit in the mouth, lose home court advantage to the 8th seed. What do you tell your guys over the next 2 days? Do you sense that they'll have issues with confidence or psyche? How do you approach that?
We'll go back and see what we need to do different, see what we need to do better, and get ready to play Tuesday. We got a great opportunity to compete in the playoffs. So we got another game Tuesday. It's a 7-game series, and we'll go from there. Thanks.